Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is not the typical YouTube tutorial. Instead, this is going to be a vlog. So, I am at Stockholm, and in this video I'll show you around of how the Stockholm looks in July. I've been here for the first time in my life, and although I've been for the first time in Europe, and this is like a different world. So let's explore Stockholm together. In this video, I'm going to show you around and tell you how it feels to be working here and what kind of country or what kind of city it is. So let's just get started with day 0 when I took my flight from Pakistan to this beautiful city.
The route was simple, Lahore to Istanbul and then onward to Stockholm. But the feeling, not so much. A mix of excitement, nerves and that quiet moment when it hits you. You're really leaving. I didn't get the window seat, but the real view was something inside me. A new chapter was beginning, and I couldn't wait to turn the page. Touchdown in Istanbul. A 6-hour layover might sound exhausting, but honestly, it gave me a breather. I made my way to the lounge, set up my laptop, and dove into a regression that popped up last minute. Not the kind of flavor you hope for, but hey, that's life in tech. I finally sat down for lunch after all the debugging. That food tasted like a reward. Then came the best part. I finally got the window seat. Watching the clouds shift and the landscape change below. There's something magical about seeing the world from up there. After landing in Stockholm, I hopped on Arlanda Express. Fast, sleek, and probably the cleanest train I have ever been on. I reached the hotel, tired but excited. A whole new city, a new vibe, and the real adventure was just about to begin.
Okay, so we are ready now, and now it's time to go to the office for the first time in last 4 years. So pretty exciting. Are we ready? Yes.
My first time stepping into the Stockholm office. I worked with the team for years, and while I had the chance to meet them back in Dubai, being here in their space felt different. Seeing the rhythm of the office, the desk, the coffee breaks, it all added a new layer to our remote connection. Not everyone was in though. Some teammates were away, and honestly, I did feel a bit bad about not being able to catch up with them in person. In the evening, we headed out for dinner, a Lebanese restaurant just a short walk from the office. The food was amazing, but it was the conversation that made it memorable. Laughs, reflections, and that rare comfort you only get when you're among your own people. And just before I call it a night, I looked up and there it was, the soft, dreamy sky at 11 p.m. Stockholm summers. They really don't want the day to end.
City is really cool, peaceful, and today it's sunny, so that's also plus point.
Another day of work, another chance to feel part of something bigger than just remote calls. There's a calm energy in this place, focused but not rushed. You get the sense that things are built with intentions here. Later, I stood by the rooftop and just watched the city breathe. The clean air, the rhythm of traffic, and that unmistakable Scandinavian order. It's strangely satisfying.
Okay, so we are heading towards Gamla Stan. It's an old city, and it looks sounds to be like really cool. At least from the outside, it looks really cool. So let's see how it is.
Gamla Stan, Stockholm's old town. Cobblestone streets and pastel-colored buildings that have stood for centuries. This place was founded in the 13th century and feels like a living museum. Except instead of being roped off, it invites you to wander. Every narrow alley has a story, and every statue a deeper meaning. The one of St. George slaying the dragon. It symbolized Sweden's resistance against Danish invasion. What's most striking to me isn't the architecture or the facts, it's the silence. Gamla Stan whispers its history rather than shouting it. It's the place that asks you to slow down and just feel.
Okay, so today I'm going to this island that is called Fjäderholmarna or something like that. I'm trying to learn the name. It's quite difficult, but it is Fjäderholmarna, something like that. Fjäderholmarna. So it's an island, and it is supposed to be like quite beautiful place with cafes and like this cultural stuff. And yeah, let's see how it is. Like, I'm really excited. Since I've been here in Stockholm, it has been like the most recommended place to me. All my colleagues have like told me to go there to experience that. So yeah, let's see how that turns out. I'm pretty excited about that.
Heading out to Fjaderholmarna, one of the closest islands in the Stockholm archipelago. As the boat cuts through the water, we passed colorful buildings, quiet shores, and ships that look like they belong to stories from the past. There's something calming about moving through waters, like time slows down just a little. The island itself is peaceful. Tiny trails winding through green patches, rocky edges where the waves keeps whispering, and cafes tucked between old wooden cabins. It doesn't try to impress you, it just invites you to breathe. Then tucked away near the edge, I came across these old mounted machine guns, a quiet reminder that even places this peaceful once held strategic weight during war. It's strange how history leaves traces, even in silence. The small museums scattered around the island told local stories of craftsmanship, fishing culture, and maritime heritage. It's not touristy, not flashy, just honest slice of Swedish history preserved with pride. As I was heading back, the rain joined the journey. But there's something poetic about islands in the rain. It was quite reflective and somehow perfect. Later I walked toward the Vasa Museum, home to one of the most incredible maritime discoveries ever. The Vasa ship was built in 1600s to show power but sank just 20 minutes into its first sail. It stayed underwater for over 300 years until it was raised almost fully intact. I couldn't film inside, but it was one of the most hauntingly beautiful sights I've ever seen. That morning, I stood still, watching people walk past on their way to somewhere. For them, it was just another day. For me, it was the last one. I met Carl, our CEO. We talked, we laughed, and in that conversation, I felt it again. Just how deeply this company has changed my life. Not just through projects or meetings, but through people. People who believed in me. People who made me feel like I belong. As I packed my bag, I realized I wasn't just leaving Stockholm. I was leaving a piece of myself behind. For those who made this place feel like more than just a destination. The flight took off, the city faded beneath the clouds, but what I carried with me was something you don't check in. Gratitude, growth, and the quiet joy of knowing I'm part of something special. To my colleagues, thank you for your warmth, your time, your trust. You didn't just welcome me, you made me feel at home. This isn't a goodbye. Let's meet again soon.